Ice hockey is one of the fastest sports on the planet. And since force equals mass times acceleration, hockey has all the right variables for some massive hits. Big guys wearing pads, blading at speeds approaching 25 miles an hour. Throw a wall into the equation, you're the meat in a tasty rock and a hard place sandwich. So the question is, how much does the wall hurt you in a hockey check? To break down the science of the check into the boards, we need to gather empirical evidence. That's fancy pants science talk for we gotta see it with our own eyes.
Oh my!
And that happens on the Sports Science Super Glide indoor rink. It features a state-of-the-art polymer plastic surface that perfectly mimics the chemistry of ice. This chemistry will allow us to push the physics of the hardest hockey hit to the limit. So we brought in one of the NHL's hardest hitting enforcers, Kip Brennan. In his professional career, Kip has played in over 500 games and spent over 2,400 minutes in the penalty box. That's almost 2 days. Damn, Kip.
I love hitting. Looking at the play, I try to anticipate the hit, where if the guy's passing the puck, I'm trying to get to the guy who's receiving it, and that's the best time to hit. When you're hitting a guy, you're aiming for his chest. That's the central location of his balance. You explode from the legs all the way up through the shoulder, and it goes through that.
In Kip's crosshairs is professional stuntman Dan Lemieux.
Crash test time.
I don't know if he knows what he's getting himself into.
So you guys see these two little blue squares here? Those are load cells. So what we'll do is we'll actually measure how much force you are applying to the wall as you're being checked into the board.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay?
What I want you to do is don't go full bore. We just need to test the gear and make sure that we can be calibrated.
I don't know if I have a half gear.
You have one gear all out. Dan, he's going to be hitting you, but we should just test it out just to see where we are. Okay, ready, guys? All right, here we go.
That's not gonna work, guys. John, we've got too much play in this. So
All right.
we need to reinforce this because they're hitting harder than what we thought they were gonna hit.
Let's get in the reinforcements.
To be honest with you, if we're getting hit, I'd rather that it bend.
You need to hit this as hard as you can, bring the whole place down. We have load cells on the wall, we have an accelerometer on your back, we have a high-speed camera recording the impact. We have one dummy. And we have one crash test dummy. All right, you ready to do this? Yeah. Big impact. All right, here we go.
The data from these checks into the boards is surprising. In this check, Dan is about 12 inches from the boards when Kip plows into him. And the load cell sensors on the glass record 250 pounds of force. And in this test, when Dan was almost simultaneously sandwiched between Kip and the wall, the sensors recorded over twice as much force, 555 pounds of force. So why did the force change?
If you're tight against the boards, it's a lot harder for a hitter to hit you solid.
They take some of the force. If I'm up against the board and they hit me, he actually takes some. If I'm away from the boards, he hits me, he takes none of it. I take all of it into the boards.
Here's how it works. In an open ice hit, all of the energy at the impact is absorbed by the player getting crushed. There's nowhere else for the force to go. However, if he's up against the boards when he gets checked, the boards absorb over 50% of the force. The dasher boards and glass are designed to give, thus dissipating that energy over a large area. In fact, some of the force of the impact deflects right back to the player doing the checking. Bottom line, the boards are your friends. So our original question, how much does the wall hurt you? Should have been, how much does the wall help you? Although an open ice hit is way more punishing than a check into the boards, it's still way cool to see a guy get squashed. Check, please. Coming up, Rampage takes a curtain call, and it's curtains for Crash. That's next on Sports Science Hardest Hits.